Why do Asian people use chopsticks? If you're wondering, please keep watching. So let's get started. Created roughly 4,000 to 5,000 years ago in China, the earliest versions of something like chopsticks were used for cooking and were most likely made from twigs. While it's difficult to nail down a firm date, it would seem it wasn't until around 500 to 400 AD that they began being used as table utensils. One factor that contributed to this switch was a population boom across the country. Consequently, resources, particularly for cooking, became incredibly scarce. As a result, people began cutting their food into tiny pieces so it would cook faster. The bite-sized morsels rendered table knives obsolete, as there was very little left to cut. However, they were now perfect for eating with chopsticks, which were also made from cheap materials and easily made. Thus, a trend was born. The table knife's decline in popularity in these regions at this time can also be attributed to the teachings of Confucius, who was a vegetarian. He believed that knives weren't appropriate to eat with, as Confucius supposedly said, "The honorable and upright man keeps well away from both the slaughterhouse and the kitchen, and he allows no knives on his table." It was due to this that it's believed that Chinese chopsticks are traditionally blunt at the tip and thus somewhat poor choices to try to spear food as you would with a fork. Within about a century of this, chopsticks had migrated to other Asian countries such as Japan, Korea, and Vietnam. One distinct difference between Japanese and Chinese chopsticks was that the former were made from a single pieces of bamboo that were joined at the base. In addition, Japanese chopsticks were originally used solely for religious ceremonies. Regardless of their differences, chopsticks remain popular in both countries and are still the primary utensil of choice. While the early chopsticks were more often than not made of some cheap material, such as bamboo, later silver chopsticks were sometimes used during Chinese dynastic times in order to prevent food poisoning. It was believed that silver utensils would turn black if they came into contact with any life-threatening toxins. Unfortunately for those engaging in this practice, silver doesn't turn black when it touches the likes of cyanide or arsenic, among other poisons. However, it most definitely can change color if touched by garlic, onion, or rotten eggs, all of which release hydrogen sulfide, which reacts with the silver